Good morning. How you guys doing? It's Mike back with the thought of the day, July 7th, 2025. First, I'm going to give honor and praise to the Elohim of Israel for giving me the strength and the wisdom to bring you this message. Then I'd like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. The enabling has to stop. The enabling has to stop. I saw a video that was from over the weekend. They had Independence Day in America. And it started on Friday. And I saw a video of like a compilation of all of these different parties and all these different places where people were passed out drunk, nodding off high, off assuming to be Percocets or pills or fentanyl or whatever it was, and all their family was around them. And in one instance, a guy was put a water hose on a brother that appeared to be drunk. Other people were just passed out on the floor in front of their family. And it was videos talking about how much of a blast they had and this and that. And usually that's a sign of addiction, or that's how addiction gets kicked in. That's how it starts, by those kind of situations. And I understand what the person that's down there is going through, being that I'm in recovery from being addiction, but the people around them, y'all to blame too, because enabling has to stop. The enabling has to stop. In our community, we can't continue to enable our loved ones to keep being in addictions. Yes, they're enabling. The people that surround them that know Uncle such and such do this, or cousin such and such do that, or your brother is going to drink all day at the thing, and knowing that that person has a problem, and we don't set no boundaries, and we don't cut them off as necessary. We don't do all that. We just act like it's okay, but that's them being who they are. No, it's not okay. That person is dying right in front of our face. And I know I say this with passion, because I say it with passion because I go to meetings in all different types of places, and we're the less number that's in that meeting. When I look around, I don't see many people that look like me. I might see one or two scattered here and there, but when I look around, I don't see many, not as me. But when I look online and I look at videos and I see and I know people, and I be around people at gatherings and stuff like that, it needs to be more numbers in there. But part of the problem is we enable our family members and we don't tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? To put down the alcohol. We don't tell them the truth about the drugs. When they hit you for that cash app for that $20, you sending them the $20 because you figure $20 ain't nothing. What can a person really do with $20? They're gonna buy drugs. So you're enabling them. When they come with that crazy story, acting like that I just need it for this and need it for that, you're enabling them. It doesn't stop until you cut them off and tell them no. The same thing with the food, which is turning into the biggest addiction in America. You're enabling them. You know that person has diabetes. You know that person has high blood pressure. You know they have heart conditions, but yet you still cook all of this food in front of them and give it to them. Why are you killing them like that? You already know what they're suffering with. Why are you bringing home cakes and cookies and all of this stuff if you know the person is a diabetic? Why are you buying all of that juice and sugar and all of that stuff if you know a person is a diabetic? And you know that person has cholesterol issues and high blood pressure and this and that. Why are you doing all of this stuff? It's enabling them. And I say this and I say this again. Most of the people that I see that come in to get help are people who have been cut off. And I know y'all gonna say, man, this dude is harsh and this and that. I'm just telling you what gets it done. The more you enable that person, the more you pick them up off the ground when they drunk, the more you go pick them up from a bar because they can't drive, the more you make up excuses when your family say, why is such and such not here? And you say, well, he's not feeling well today, or she's not feeling well today because they somewhere too drunk to come downstairs, or they too drunk to come over to the house that you're at because they want to stay home and drink. I understand, because I was that person that wanted to stay home and drink. So I can imagine what my ex-wife had to tell her family sometimes. It's enabling. You have to put down the hammer and say, listen, if you don't go get help, I'm out. And you have to mean it. That's the only way that's going to get those people to change. Yeah, they're going to be by themselves. Yeah, they're going to hit rock bottom. But that's the only way they're going to change. Those videos sadden me, man, because I've seen people that's around there, and it seemed like they was type cheering it on. Yo, this not a game, because when that gorilla of addiction jump on your back, it's hard to get that gorilla off, man. It's hard to get that gorilla off your back. That joker is heavy, and it don't stop. It just nag at you all day, nag at you all day. Could you imagine you just wake up and something just on your mind all day? You got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it until you give in. Then you wake up in the morning the next day and you pray like, God, I don't want to drink today. I don't want to use today. And it just nag at you until you give in. That's how it is. So when you're enabling them, you're making it worse. Cut them off. Tell them, listen, this is what it is. If you don't like it, hey, you got to go. But those videos and I'm seeing, like I said, it's not only the alcohol and the drugs, it's the food too. Stop killing our own people, just giving them stuff, knowing that they already got health issues. That's the same as giving them drugs or alcohol. The enabling has to stop. Enabling has to stop. The enabling has to stop. I know I'm passionate, but I'm just looking around and I'm tired of it, man. This Mike. Enjoy your Monday. Have a good week. Shalom.